The reality is that more than 300,000 attended. People were so eager to experience the musician's powerful message, free from the threat of persecution, that they were willing to trample fences and even abandon their cars to be a part of it. When the concert finally began, Springsteen opened with Badlands, a tough, driving tune whose lyrics portray a feeling of hardship and conflict. The narrator finds himself in a tough situation, unsure of how to break free. However, even amid the chaos, he stands defiant and determined. The chorus echoes this sentiment.
Talk about a dream, try to make it real. You wake up in the night with a fear so real. You spend your life waiting for a moment that just don't come. Don't waste your time waiting.
Badlands described my life in East Germany, and he was rebelling against the system.
Nearly 2 hours into the 3-hour concert, Springsteen gave a short but inspirational speech that took the crowd by surprise and received a wave of roaring approval from the Sea of East Germans.
The speech was only 37 seconds long, but the meaning was deep and clear.
Es ist schön in Ost-Berlin zu sein. Ich möchte euch sagen, ich bin nicht der Führer oder gegen irgendeine Regierung. Ich bin gekommen, um Rock'n'Roll zu spielen für euch Ost-Berliner. In der Hoffnung, dass eines Tages alle Barrieren abgerissen werden.
In his short speech, Bruce wanted to say the word walls, but the concert director knew it would cause a political uproar, so he changed the word from walls to barriers.
We got the message, and it was electrifying, said George Benecke, a 34-year-old farmer who drove halfway across East Germany with a friend that morning to see the concert. Everyone knew exactly what he was talking about, tearing down the wall. It was a nail in the coffin for East Germany. We had never heard anything like that from anyone inside of East Germany. That was the moment some of us have been waiting a lifetime to hear.
His words were a turning point because they gave us hope of what we all wanted. We believed him.
As one reporter wrote, considering that it was delivered inside East Germany, it probably did more to shake the Cold War barrier than all the anti-wall speeches in West Berlin combined.
The East German government was so controlling that its people were not allowed to listen to music that wasn't approved by the government. Ironically, Springsteen was not approved. However, on the day of the concert, the East Germans were singing along to songs that were banned. Not only were the East Germans singing songs they were not supposed to know, but they were singing in a communist country on national TV. The massive crowd further defied their government by flying American flags. These flags were not sold in East Germany. These flags were handmade and openly defied the powers that be.
We leave behind the Iron Curtain and we dream for freedom and a better life, and that was the voice of Bruce.
November 9th, 1989, the day the world changed. The barrier that Springsteen spoke of came tumbling down. The rebellion of 300,000 fans at a rock and roll concert inspired the fall of the Berlin Wall. Springsteen sang of a reason to believe, and the East Germans took his message to heart with what some would say a hungry heart. In 2012, 23 years after the Berlin Wall fell and 24 years since his first concert in East Berlin, Bruce returned to give another concert. In the end, he sang a song specifically for East Berliners. The song is called When I Leave Berlin. While his 1988 concert didn't single-handedly bring down the wall, it should never be forgotten that the concert was one of the many dominoes, many turning points that did bring down the wall, end the government, and change the world.
And I leave Berlin, I know for certain that I'm a free man when I leave Berlin.